Hi, I'm Gary Jacobs, and today I wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you about talent. And like a lot of artists, I often have people say to me, "Oh, you're so talented. I wish I could draw like you. I wish I could paint like you. I wish I was talented like you." And obviously, at face value, that is just a simple compliment, and that's how I take it. That's how it should be taken, because that's all. That's how it's just meant as a nice thing to say to somebody. Um, But I like to overthink things and overcomplicate things and turn them into interesting subjects. So this is what I something I've been thinking about lately, and I'd like to talk you through where that thought process has led me. So the dictionary definition of talent is a natural aptitude or skill. So if I go back to when I was at school, in art lessons, in art classes, I could draw, I guess. I mean, I definitely wasn't top of the class or anything. I mean, basically, and I was bear in mind that is in a class where probably a good half of the students didn't really care much for art. It didn't interest them at all, and so they weren't really trying. And so, I definitely wasn't. Like I said, wasn't top of the class. It wasn't until after I left school that I really started drawing more often, and I learnt some techniques that helped out, and I've been developing those skills ever since. And the same with painting. I only started painting a few years ago now, and I've sort of learnt as I've gone along how to get the best out of those mediums. So the point I'm making is that I couldn't just draw from day one. It's something that I've had to learn. I've had to teach myself, and it's something that I've developed over many years. I've put thousands of hours maybe over the years into drawing and practicing. So to say I have a talent for drawing or painting is a little bit of a misnomer, really, because you could, and I have seen some people get quite offended by that word when they say, "Oh, you're so talented," at painting. I've seen people get quite frustrated with that because, it's like you're taking away the hard work that has gone into getting to that point. It's like you're just dismissing it as though it's just happened overnight and they don't have to try. I mean, I don't take that view on it. Obviously, as I said before, it's just a simple compliment, and that's how it should be taken. But nevertheless, I do still sometimes think, well, it's not just talent. I have put lots and lots of hours into practicing this, and if I don't sketch for a while and I try and draw something, then yeah, my drawings aren't particularly good, and you can see that you definitely need to keep your eye in on it. And I think this is why that there is a general advice for people that are just starting out with art or any kind of art, drawing, painting, whatever. There's a general piece of advice which is, don't compare yourself to other artists, because you will see somebody, no doubt, if you search Instagram or Facebook, you'll see people who have spent decades practicing their art, and it will seem an unachievable task to reach that goal. It's there's been so much that goes into those people's work, over the years, so much practice that for somebody starting out, it just seems unattainable. But I can assure you it is. So when I actually think about if I had to put something down to a talent, so if I take a look at myself with the talent in mind, honestly, I would say where I have a natural aptitude is my attitude to problem solving. In that, if I come across a problem, my first reaction is to say, okay, how can I solve this problem? Oh, okay, I can't do that. How do I do that? And I think that is an incredibly useful skill to have, or it's an incredibly useful attitude to have in life. This way of facing adversity with a mindset of, okay, how can I fix this? Or how can I do, okay, there's something here that I can't do that I want to do. How do I do that? How do I go about learning how to do that? Because take painting, for example, it's a really good example where a lot of people try painting and they'll put some paint down on a canvas or a piece of paper or whatever, and it will look like an absolute mess, and they think, oh, okay, I can't paint, this is futile, and then they give up. What they don't realize is that all paintings look terrible to start with. It is just a natural part of painting, and yeah, okay, you might not be able to come up with a really good finished product to start with, but you're just learning how the medium works. That is half of the battle with art. Is you have to learn how the medium works, whether it's a pencil or a paintbrush or paint or chalk or pastels, whatever. You have to learn how they work first, learn how you can use them, and then you put them into a creative use. And there's other things like learning how to render lighting and shadows and all this kind of stuff. I mean, that comes on further down the line, but the point is that people give up too easily with painting. I think because they try it, they try something, it looks terrible, because it will look terrible. The early stages of any painting will look terrible. So I think a takeaway really is that if you try something, if you want to start painting or drawing, try it, give it a go. It probably won't look very good. To be honest, it probably won't. But you can look at that, okay, why doesn't this look good? What can I do to make my next painting or my next drawing look better? What needs to change? And that is the attitude that you need to have. And it's that attitude that can make you good at anything. If you want to be good at something, I mean, I'm using art as something to hold up as an example here, but it could be I could be talking about anything. So a message that I really want to get across in this video, and if you were to remember one thing from this video, it would be, you can do anything. You just don't necessarily know how to do it yet. And if you can go away and just start, if you can put that message into your life, and if you can remind yourself of that occasionally, I think it will lead you to a more fulfilling life, really. I genuinely believe that if there's something in your life that you want to achieve, or a skill that you want to have, all you need to do is have a go at it. If it doesn't go well, ask yourself why it didn't go well, try again with some form of improvement, and it probably won't work. The results you get probably won't be satisfactory for quite a while, but as long as you're making those little baby steps to work on what is going wrong and how you can improve what you're doing, then you're heading in the right direction. And yeah, the point is you should focus on how to do things that you can't currently do, rather than just resigning yourself to not being able to do something. And I would take that as far as to say, even say you have a disability, there will be things that you physically cannot do that an able-bodied person would be able to do. There are normally still possibilities of working around that problem. This is why I say there is nothing that you cannot do, that you just don't know how to do it yet. You might not be able to do it in the way that an able-bodied person can do it, but nevertheless, there may well be a way you can just do it in a way that you can do it, if that makes any sense. So, as I said, I like to overthink these things, and yes, from a simple compliment, I've extrapolated this out into a quite a hopefully a deep and meaningful subject, and something that will hopefully make you think about how you look at the problems and the adversities you face in your own life, and how you can solve them. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this ambling little topic, and hopefully it's been thought-provoking, maybe? I don't know. And let me know what you think in the comments below. If this has meant anything to you, then please, I would love to hear from you. So, and of course, if you like the video, then give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you want more rambling nonsense from myself. But that'll do it for today. So I hope I shall see you next time. But until then, that's all I've got time for. So cheerio.